question. Can you possibly believe that in just a few hours, 2022 will officially be over? Let's talk about it. Back in a minute. Happy New Year! Oh my word, it is absolutely New Year's Eve of 2022 going into 2023. How's everybody doing today? I hope that this audio video, as always, finds everybody doing well. Yeah, 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 yeah. Have you ever looked back at prior New Year's Eves? I remember looking back at some cute memories when I was a kid. This was really, really cute. My parents always used to turn on, Guy Lombardo and his orchestra at midnight. Remember that? Some of us who are old enough to remember that. I remember my little sister and I. This was really cute. We used to love to get all dressed up. We were little kids. We just couldn't believe that we were allowed to stay up as late as midnight and actually watch the ball drop from Times Square. It was so cute. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you one thing. We didn't go there in person, it's just a little bit too overwhelming. I think I did it once. Once was enough. I don't, I mean, listen, I won't get into that. It's just too much. Anyway, I hope that this audio video, as always, finds everybody doing well. So, how'd you like 2022? I would say, in my opinion, like any other year, to be honest with you, there's some ups and there's some downs. There are some challenges and there are just some like beautiful moments. There are some things that lessons learned, and there are a lot of lessons to be learned. And you want to know something? Here's the thing: no matter what the number is on the calendar, to be honest with you, that's the way it is all the time. There is always something to be learned. Now, I had decided, in case you didn't hear it the other day, I mentioned it on a prior video. Now, last year, I picked the word simplicity as my word of the year. This year, it's improve slash improvement because I could use it interchangeably. Improve or improvement. Well, that sounds like I'm painting with a broad paintbrush. I kind of sort of am doing that, so it's okay. And I also learned something that in life, we don't live a life of a straight line, meaning that everything we plan to do, when people say, I want to hit that goal, I want to hit that goal, and maybe they're thinking of this like soaring line with an arrow, like hitting that goal. Life doesn't really work that way. Sometimes in life, we intend to do something and we may, let's say, take a different road and rethink the plan. We need to be flexible enough to rethink the plan to take back a moment of improvement. Okay. And that's a good thing. Then you get back on the plan. So there's twists and turns. A friend of mine, she's no longer around. I miss her to really pieces. She said to me, she was older than me, and she was actually a co-worker when I was in the working in the medical facility. Very, very nice lady. I used to call her the office matriarch. Her name was Gloria. What a nice lady. Let me tell you something. So she taught me a lot. She didn't think I was paying attention. I was in my 30s at that time. So she was about 25, 30 years older than me, I would say, actually, to be exact. She was significantly older than me, but very, very wise. She used to say things. She used to call me Jay. She used to say, Jay, she says, life has a lot of twists, turns, curves, and bends. Because sometimes when you're younger and you want to aspire to something, many times we think in our heart and in our mind, it's a straight line up. That you're taking this like imaginary arrow elevator all the way up to the goal. That's not true. That's why I decided to choose the word improvement or improve. Either one is workable. Improve or improvement. And in any particular area, not just one area. I am going to paint with a broad paintbrush in terms of what I mean by that. I'm curious to know a couple of things. One, do you remember any childhood memories of how you celebrated New Year's Eve with your family? And also, if you were to pick a word, in case you didn't pick out a word on the other video, if you are to pick out a word to describe your personal word of the year, it takes a little bit of thinking. It's not something, I mean, unless it comes to mind like a snap in your mind and you're like, okay, that's the word I want, that's fine too. But I said, let me think this over because I want my honest feeling for this. Improvement. There are many, many areas that all of us could decide to make improvement upon. There are many, many areas that I want to make improvements upon. I don't have to announce them. I'm just saying, but I am going to work on them. And you want to know something? I want to do this because I want to do this. And I don't believe, now people use the word a lot tonight, New Year's resolution, right? Well, when I was much younger, oh, I'm going to make this resolution to do this. The resolution is a tough word because resolution sounds so concrete, like and so fixed, just like that pointy, straight arrow going up to the imaginary elevator of a goal. So resolution sounds a little bit too harsh for my taste. And by the way, how many people often joke that like a week and a half later, their resolutions have been broken? I don't believe in resolutions. I believe in doing something better because I want to do it and I'm going to do it in my own way, not in this stern manner. But that's me. Whatever works for you, works for you. Who was it that says this? I think it's Lynn from the At Home with Lynn Wilson Everyday Living channel says, you do you and I'll do me. Like in general, I've heard her use that comment on a few for videos. That's a good video. I mean, that's a good phrase. Excuse me. That's a good phrase. Everybody should like just be themselves and be the best possible self that they can be. I do encourage a few channels for you to check out. I must have mentioned them a gazillion times. So you probably, half of you listening probably already know the channels. Anything that makes you feel better about things and helps you out, that's your channel. Even if you listen to a channel just for purely entertainment purposes, that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. Life is very short. I don't care if I live to be 150. On the grand scheme of things, that's still not a massive amount of time, considering how long that this world has been in existence. Am I right or am I right? Let's just say, whatever time that we are here, I think it's a great idea to make the best of every single day. Avoid time wasters, avoid being a grudge holding. This is my opinion. I know a few grudge holders, okay? I'm just saying this because I know the people. They live with this grudge all the time. Grudge, grudge, grudge. I don't know, to me, I say to myself, when are you going to put the boxing gloves down? To me, it's awful to walk around with a grudge because it's like in my mind's eye, I'm thinking that person or persons walking around with like a ton of weight on their shoulder. Just let go of the grudge, whatever the grudge is. Holding a grudge does nothing. It does nothing positive. But that's another show. I could sit down and talk about that for 25 minutes if I ever want. And who knows? I just might do that. But for today, I'm keeping it light. This is New Year's Eve. I'm wishing everybody an amazing, fantastic upcoming New Year's Eve celebration. Be safe, be sensible. You know the right thing to do. Honestly, cannot believe 023 is just hours away. And I will be back on Monday morning as usual and taking a break on New Year's Day. I want to kick back to some of those marathons. Oh, those fun marathons on TV. That's a fun thing to do. Just kick back and enjoy New Year's Day. Enjoy everything. Listen, everybody, take good care. Thank you for being you. I do appreciate your time every single day. Take good care now and happy approaching 2023. Please be safe tonight. Take good care now. Bye bye.